What up? It's your boy Vision. We back. Tank tried to be a grown up. Tank said, I'm 25 years old. I can make weight my goddamn self. I don't need nobody. And he found out real quick, you still got things to learn, young man. You still got things to learn. So, Tank and Gamboa have to weigh in. The whole damn thing took like 8 hours. You got DJs scratching. I don't know who that little Asian girl was, but she was doing her thing on the 1-2s. She was doing her thing. She made everybody else look horrible. Everybody else was there, horrible. Give the money back they paid y'all. But anyway, so they have to weigh in, and Gamboa makes weight, no problem. Tank's time to make weight, and it was already taking a long time. And I also saw Floyd Mayweather was talking to Espinosa on the side too. So I'm like, yeah, something ain't right. So he comes up, and by the time, by looking at his face, I was like, oh, he's overweight. And I looked at him, and he was looking big as hell. So he misses weight by 1.5 pounds. And, he comes down, he's pissed off. And at first I thought he was being really pissed off because he missed weight. I think it might have been more of he was pissed off because he thought he could do something by himself and it didn't work out. So he's pissed, right? So he comes up, he's staring at Gamboa, and he exasperates the situation by pushing Gamboa. People all freak out. A lot of pushing and shoving. No fighting, no fist got thrown or anything like that. But, pandemonium kind of goes, but without anybody hitting each other. Kind of like an NBA basketball fight. That's basically what it was. So that happens, and then he's gone. He has 1.4 pounds. Now that's a lot of weight. That's like a lot of weight. Now Tank comes back and he makes weight at I think it was 134.8 pounds. If he was really fully just drained out and he was super cutting and he couldn't make the weight, 1.5, there's no way in hell he would have made that weight in an hour and a half. If everything was completely out of him, he wouldn't have made weight. But even before he weighed in the second time, I was on this, I was just saying, I was looking at him, I was like, yo, this dude looks like he's full of fluids. Like, he doesn't look dry. He doesn't look drawn. It's like, he looks like he got a long way to go. Like, he could lose some pounds with an S. Some pounds. So I was like, what the hell? I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck happened? Like, you got mad. I could visually see it on his body. Like, you had a long way to go, dude. Like, what the hell happened? And his coach, he has an interview with Barbershop Conversations, and it turns out that I guess Tank woke up in the morning, no one knew what he weighed in the morning. And I guess he figured that he said that he was going to make weight by himself, that he was good, right? And didn't do it with the coaches. He did it by himself. And whatever he did or thought was going to work didn't work. He might have brought some weight down, but he ended up still missing weight by 1.4 pounds. So obviously he let his coaches do what they do, and he was able to drop the weight. In 2 hours, he was able to drop. And he was under. So, he dropped what? Almost 2 pounds? He dropped almost 2 pounds. So, he was able to lose the weight. So, because, first people talking about how, it's a thing that was due to, him not being focused. As far as maybe eating too much and not watching his weight, blah, blah, blah. Nah, he just didn't make the weight just because he didn't do what he was supposed to do that morning. If he was on point and he did what he was supposed to do that morning, he wouldn't have had an issue when it comes to making weight. But, the guy, he's come a long way. There's a lot of issues that he used to have that he doesn't have anymore. But, he's still going to have little stumbles here and there. But with all the crazy stuff that man used to do and all the trouble that he used to get into, something minor like this, where he ends up making the weight anyway, I think that's something we can live with. He still needs to be more professional, needs to be more focused, and then still be on point. But, due to the fact that he did make the weight later on, you can kind of be like, all right, brush it off to a learning experience. Because sometimes people actually do miss weight. Like when people go up in weight, let's say they're going up a weight class, they'll miss weight. And even from like 140 to 147, Algeria missed weight. Algeria went from 140 to 147, and he's a nutritionist. And he missed weight. So, I mean, it does happen. I think what happens is when you have that leeway, you really think you have that leeway. It's like you start doing other ish. You eat more than you're supposed to. When you're monitoring your weight, usually when you say, oh, ish, I really should be at this. Let me really get strict. Let me really get on point. You're like, nah, I'm good because I'm weighing it at 135 pounds, not at 130 pounds. And next thing you know, you end up getting caught up. When it's all of a sudden it's like a week, 2 weeks, you're like, holy shit, I got a lot of weight on me. It's not coming off the way that I thought it was going to come off. And then you end up being in an effed up situation where you end up missing weight and people are looking at you like, what the happened with you? What the hell was that? Or some people might just be like, now I want to come in bigger. I want to come in denser, So again, you're eating more, things of that nature. You're cutting weight a lot less because you figure that you have all this leeway and you have this room and you end up getting caught up. It's kind of like, sometimes I have to be, at a particular job, let's say at 8 o'clock and I'll be late. But then sometimes I have to be at that same job at 9 o'clock. Well, sometimes I'll still be late. I'll still just get that 9 o'clock or sometimes when I wake up early, I'll wake up super early in the morning, hour, 2 hours before I usually wake up. But now I have a certain routine. So I figure, oh, I'm good. I got all this extra time. But if I followed my routine, I would have all this extra time. But I'm not following my routine because usually I make this, the quick food, bang, 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 bang. Get my sandwiches, get my protein shake, get my, my grapes, get my yogurt, boom, boom, boom. Warm up my tikka masala, put 4 ounces of chicken, bam, I'm good. But because I got all this extra time, I might do something stupid like, let me cook some chicken. I want to eat some fresh chicken, so I'm gonna cook this chicken real quick. It's only gonna take about 40 minutes. It's only gonna take about 50 minutes. Cooking raw chicken to putting the seasoning, everything, throwing in there, throwing in my fried potato fries, wedges, all that. Because I have all this time. Man, next thing you know, everything takes a whole lot longer than you thought. You cook the food. Now you got to prep the food, take some, put it into the refrigerator, take some, put it into the bowl, all stuff. Next thing you know, you end up being freaking late. You end up being sometimes even later than you were supposed to because you thought you had all this time, which you would have done if you kept the same routine. So... But I don't actually believe that's the situation when it comes to this. I just think that he woke up in this morning and he was feeling himself, I'm a grown-up. I can do it by myself. And he found out really quickly, no, you can't, Negro. You pay all these people money, let them do their goddamn job. Like, subscribe, share, I'm out.